We're probably live.
Are we probably, or is it, they should put a countdown on these things with YouTube.
I think we are live, but pitch black. No, here we go. Nope, we're live. Yeah, we are live now.
Nice.
Right on.
Yeah. Woo! They should put a countdown just to let people who are streaming on YouTube know that, hey, you got 3, 2.
They don't do that, do they?
They don't, obviously.
Why don't they do that?
I don't know. I think it's kind of ridiculous.
It's kind of ridiculous. I like that. It is. It's so ridiculous.
They do it for Pop Shop. Pop Shop, when you are, they give you a countdown.
They literally do. What's up with that?
Yeah.
Right? I kid you not. They do. What's up with that?
I don't know, but you're still Pop Shopping, right?
Is that ma'am? Is that just too much to expect that they won't just give you a countdown? YouTube, come on now. It's YouTube.
Come on. You are a global brand with
Well, it's not just me. It's everybody on whoever live streams on YouTube does not have a countdown.
Maybe we should I have been kind of thinking about that. The idea of shifting to Twitch,
Twitch. Okay. You think that's better?
It just seems like it's more of a dedicated streaming thing, because we don't edit this. We don't fucking do anything with this. We just we go raw.
I'm down to do Twitch.
Yeah, we
I have a Twitch account. We can make a new one and we can do this.
And then what we could do is we could take the recording that we do from Twitch and put it on YouTube afterwards.
Sure. Or and extract the audio and upload it and turn it into the podcast that you could hear on iTunes, right? Yeah. Easily done.
Because for some reason, I think on Twitch, you're able to easily do things like incorporate images and do multi-camera setups.
I think we could do that with OBS, though. It's the backing software that I'm using here. I can do that with this.
I see.
Yeah. So it's not YouTube. I'm actually using a intermediary. So just imagine if you have a record player, it goes to a thing, then it goes to your speaker, right?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's sort of like that. I have a thing in between this microphone and YouTube. You know what I'm saying? That helps control things.
Okay.
And with that, you can add more cameras. You can do all these different things, although I'm using it for the bare minimum.
Bro.
Because, Robot and the Bear, we're raw dog, man.
We are raw dog.
We're raw dog. We're unscripted, because a lot of podcasts are scripted. Yeah, we're very unscripted. And guess what?
What?
We charted in Thailand.
Yes.
Spain. Where else was it? Yes. Was it Germany? Germany had a. We fell out of it, but we were in Germany. And what was the other one? There was one more. It was Spain. It was Spain and Thailand, but there was one more that we actually charted. And did you know in Thailand we charted as high as number 3 in the visual art category?
I want to give a big shout out to
That's pretty crazy.
Our fans in Thailand.
I mean, how did we get to number 3? I mean, was there 3 people who just said, "I got to listen to Robot and the Bear"?
Yeah.
Pad Thai.
Probably.
Right.
Probably.
Pad Thai. They're just like
they're noshing on Pad Thai.
They're all Pad CU and Robot and the Bear.
Yeah, or Tom Yum Guk or something.
Oh, yeah, they totally.
Yeah,
Tom Yum soup.
Yeah, drinking that Tom Yum soup and thinking
yep.
These Asian Americans are funny.
Munching on larb.
Larb. Yes.
They're just going, "Oh,
yes.
Larb and Robot and the Bear."
Yeah,
we love
Thai food.
I just busted out every Thai dish I've ever heard of right there. Thai iced tea and Robot and the Bear.
Larb? Is larb a noodle dish?
It's a salad.
Oh, the salads. One of the salads.
Yeah. Larb.
Fantastic.
So thank you, Thailand. Seriously, how do we get to number 3? Spain. Thank you, Spain.
Yeah. Take us to number 2, guys.
How did we even get chart in Spain? I have no idea.
I want to imagine people are sitting back, listening, munching on tapas, having a beer, and going, "These."
Oh, Spain.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah. How did that happen in
Asian
Spain?
Americans.
Yeah. Ooh, these Asian Americans.
Yeah, so goofy.
No wonder there's so much Asian hate.
Yeah.
These guys ruining it for everybody. It's like, fuck. But nonetheless, no, man, we're still here, and I'm glad that we can still keep podcasting. I like the idea of moving to Twitch. I don't see a benefit for YouTube particularly.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, I don't know. It just
Like, what's the benefit? Is there a benefit?
It just seems like Twitch is a dedicated streaming platform
made for streaming.
Yeah.
And we're streaming.
And we're streaming.
And we're streaming live, and it's pretty raw dog. Like we're not
like
exactly
the notifications,
it's not scripted.
The notification setup with YouTube always seems to be iffy, spotty.
Right.
Yeah, like you don't get like consistent notifications. And I've got notifications for several different channels that like do a lot of streaming, and I don't get those notifications all the time. Maybe once in a while, suddenly I'll be like, oh, hey. And the only reason why I would know that they're streaming is because they're like, unlike Robot and the Bear, they are consistent with their times and such.
Oh, okay. So Felix Galvan,
yes,
the greatest artist of all time himself,
yes,
says he writes, "I got a notification for this, by the way."
Oh, nice.
So, YouTube coming to the rescue. One more point for YouTube. Just like we're here going Twitch, and then YouTube
like
just comes in.
Twitch.
And then YouTube comes in, pow, just adds a big right hand.
Also, we could create like dumb emojis for Twitch.
Oh wait, did you know in Twitch we can get donations?
We can.
Yeah, someone could just donate you.
And what we could do is we could get that like partnership thing with Twitch.
Yeah, we could become partners. Yeah, how? I don't know, but
I don't know. J-Roo would know. We should talk to Jesse again.
I'm sure it won't just be instant. They won't be like, you charted number 3 in Thailand. I know this here at Twitch. We know this. We've been watching you. We're gonna make you a partner right now. I don't think that's gonna happen.
I don't think it's gonna happen either.
But we deserve it.
We do deserve it.
That I know. We deserve it. This is episode number 71 of
Thailand's
Robot and the Bear.
Awesome. Thailand is great. They have an amazing toy con. They have an amazing toy con.
Yeah.
Like it's huge from what I understand. Like a lot of people, and you and I we dabble in the toy biz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're here, man. We've got the back of Thailand.
Yeah, Thailand's awesome. I love Thailand. Spain is awesome. That's one of those countries that are on my bucket list of places to go.
Oh, I've been to Spain. I've not been to Thailand.
Both of those countries are on my bucket list.
Really?
Yeah, Thailand, and
Spain,
and Italy, and
right on.
Korea.
So, wait. So we charted in Japan. Visual Arts number 161.
Oh, okay.
161. But Thailand and Spain, I guess those are the two. But Japan
I love
also.
Japan too. I love Japan. So
yeah, so we barely. I mean, I'm not sure if this visual arts segment is actually very important. It might be like there's 6 podcasts you guys are fighting after. No, there is. Wait, we did get to number 161 though.
Well, there's 161 visual art podcasts.
I guess so. It's not just us. I thought it was just us. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, nonetheless, that's how it works. So okay, everybody, give a big hand to yourself.
Yes. I want to thank all of you guys for putting up with me and listening to Eric. Eric is the
thanks for putting up with
information. Me. I'm the ass of Robot and the Bear, and it's cool.
No way, you're the bear and I'm the robot. There we go. It's so simple.
The robot is filled with information.
Yeah, and the bear is just like honey.
I'm just smashing whatever.
It's okay. So, what have you been working on lately?
I've been working on more drawings.
Okay, so Luke Chu working on drawings is a good thing or a great thing, must I add?
Well, actually, I've been thinking about it. I've been like taking lots of notes in preparation for the Cramathon that will be more drawings for a giant robot show.
So can you talk about how do you take notes? Like, what do you do there with notes? What does that mean?
I write out ideas. Like I have like one of the ideas that I'm going to.
Are you writing them into a sketchbook or is it in your phone?
I'm writing them on the phone.
Okay, so that's what you do.
Yeah.
So everybody here who does art, some of I know there's a lot of artists who listen to this. We always hear that story. I listen to it when I'm painting. And I'm like, okay, that's right. Go. I'm glad. Thank you so much. But listen to what Luke's saying right now, because this is a process. This is a process. Mm-hmm. And Some of you go, oh, I don't know what to do. I'm in a funk, right? There's all these like people have issues. Luke is thinking about art, not necessarily
Doing
doing it
it.
by hand, right?
Right.
But you're thinking about ideas. So let's
I'm
talk about
constantly
that a little
every
bit.
time. Oh yeah, okay. So I have like lists of ideas. Like some of them are wide categories. Like so I have a list of that says foods I hate, and I was thinking I could do a series of drawings about foods I hate.
Bananas number one.
Bananas is number one, followed by hard-boiled eggs.
Oh. Ooh.
Yeah, hard-boiled eggs. What else is there? Durian, canned tuna. Canned tuna is probably right up there as number one too.
Why?
It's gross.
Ooh, what kind of canned tuna?
Like tuna in a can.
I know, but there's some with water and there's some in oil. Have you tried the different kinds?
I don't want to try either of them.
Oh, but I think sometimes like they have higher like ahi tuna is it in a can, and it's a little more meaty and dry than some of the other tuna that feels like it's all mashed up.
I will happily take a piece of ahi tuna and put a little oil in a pan and fry it up until it's a little bit dry, and
But not from a can.
not from a can.
Okay.
Yeah.
I actually like canned tuna, but not when it's in oil in a can. It has to be in water. If it's in water, I like it. If it's in oil, I'm not eating it.
Oh yeah, I think it's the smell that comes from the can.
It's strong.
That really just
It's
immediately.
like cat food.
It is. It is. And cat food smells are like that's one of the things that keeps me away from having a pet. Aside from the fact that my apartment doesn't allow pets,
right,
is the smell of wet pet food.
Okay, so that's on your list
Yes.
of foods I don't like to
Foods
eat.
I don't like, and it would just basically be my bear in some repulsed reaction while either taking a bite of or handling said food.
But a real bear would like canned tuna.
Yeah, but
and hard-boiled eggs.
Is that, as everyone probably can acknowledge when they see my work, my bear is really just a stand-in for myself.
Ooh, everybody, that's a slam dunk statement right there.
Like,
right. Okay, so some people out there, no, seriously, are doing art. Why? What is this character you're doing? I don't know. Right? There's that answer.
Right.
I don't know, or just a character. It doesn't mean anything.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
But for yours, your bear is actually you.
Yes. It always has been.
That's a key. That's a bold thing. That's key.
Yeah. Actually, all my characters, all my anthropomorphized characters represent aspects of my personality.
Right.
They're not, which are not separate, but can be broken into different archetypes, and anthropomorphized. So I think that's one of those things that makes my work feel sincere, because it is sincere. It is about things that I've either gone through or things that I am affected by.
Right on. So
tuna.
What else is on your list?
So I have one. It's basically just says Cloudhead, and the idea is to do a gigantic, I think it's called a cumulus cloud, or it's just like one of those huge, super tall clouds shaped like my bare head, raining down on a tiny little guy standing underneath it. So
So is that you just telling the truth and like spoiling people's day because you're just telling the truth?
I'm telling my truth, and my truth shouldn't spoil anyone's day.
Oh, but sometimes you just say, yeah, I think this drawing of yours, this isn't your best one. And they're just like, oh.
Okay, so no, that's in reference to this past weekend.
Oh, you did that?
We both did that.
Oh, that. No, I'm still, that's deservedly so. But I'm saying is, I think there's other ones that you've done. Okay, it's the same thing. Yeah. We smashed the drawing to bits, but it wasn't on the wall. That's the difference.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So, but that's actually one of the things about showing with galleries. You got to have I believe that when you go to one of the things that art schools trains you to do is to learn how to take criticism.
I love that. I mean, I love the fact that I think that's really important.
Yeah, like the
Be-
crit wall. The crit
And, and
wall.
and you learn from it too. I hope you take some, you leave some, etc. Right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's not all artists have the luxury of being able to experience such a process. But Eric, gallery owner Eric, is happy to go through your work and let you know what's working and what's not.
Well, maybe. Sometimes it depends on who it is, I guess, the artist, and if they can take it or not. Some I feel like can't take it, and I'm not going to bother because I'm not trying to so there's some that I'm not their teacher, right?
I actually completely agree with you.
Yeah, but sometimes it's worth it. Like if it's somebody I care about and I really think their career would help if I gave them this criticism, I'll do it. But if I think I'm just like, you know what, this person won't be able to handle it, they're going to get defensive.
They're just too soft. They're too.
It's
they're
going to
wet.
become an argument, and I'm going to walk away with not helping them at all. Then I'm just like, I won't bother. I'll just be like, all right, it's cool, whatever, And maybe next time if they, but for the most part, no, I will only do it when I sense that it's worth doing.
Right.
Because it takes a lot of energy for me to do too,
Yeah.
I mean, I just want to chill out,
to
eat a
crush
fillet of,
dreams.
I want to eat a fillet of fish, chill out, and relax. Like I want to, eat a fillet of fish and watch Netflix or whatever it is.
Absolutely.
But seriously, like giving a criticism, sometimes it's a lot of energy, and and
Because
I
you
know
also
that
have to think in terms of like
I'm not,
what they're trying to do with their work and
yeah,
whether or not their mission or what the thing that they're attempting to do is hitting the mark or not.
sure, but it's like
So
but some maybe they didn't go to art school or don't have the experience as much, and they, criticism is just the enemy for them, right? Because they think everything's good, like everything they do is pretty good, right? So, I'm like, okay, maybe it's not worth doing. But when they go to art school, I mean, they're pounded almost every other day, right? In terms of a criticism,
yep.
some I know are just doing are criticizing just to criticize.
Sure.
Like it's like being in a focus group. You're forced to say something even if you have nothing to say.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you're sort of like, I'm getting paid to be here. I better say something about this. I'm in a focus group, right?
Or you simply are a hater.
That's you. Anyway,
I am not just a hater.
well, I know. I'm kidding, but I know that you were called a hater once,
Oh,
right? But I think it was a movie, right? A movie, a panel discussion at a movie, and you're criticizing the movie because that's what you were there for. You were there to do that, right?
I was criticizing John Wick 3.
Oh, okay.
I thought that the Halle Berry role just like
I never saw it, so
oh okay yeah
and I'm not Keanu Reeves, so I won't be hurt.
it's not it's not a great movie. I'm sorry.
I see.
Like some people want to like it, but and I loved the first one, but I feel like the charm of the charm of the first movie, he goes on this rampage over the memory of his wife and the death of his dog, is gone after in 2 and 3. That's just the
I never saw 3, but yeah, okay.
yeah, but anyway.
I didn't hear much about 3 anyway, so
yeah, and they're working on a fourth one, I'm sure.
oh wow. Yeah, usually though, I think by the time you're doing 3, it's a cash grab, right? By the time you do the third movie,
yeah,
usually it's a cash grab. I think Rocky 3, Rambo 3. I'm every Stallone 3.
Terminator 3.
Terminator 3 is yeah.
Yeah.
Evil Dead 3, is that Army of Darkness?
That's
is Evil Dead 3 cash grab? But
no.
Evil Dead 2 is the masterpiece, I thought.
Evil Dead 2 is the masterpiece, but Army of Darkness
it's not as good as 2.
It's a different
and that's that was the little bit larger commercial endeavor, right?
But it Army of Darkness, I felt, took what was left of Evil Dead and flipped it completely on its script.
Oh, okay.
and turned it from a jump scare horror film and transformed it into a fantasy film.
Yeah, can't be weird, right?
Can't be weird
Okay,
fantasy
I'll
film.
give it that.
Yes.
In that way, sure. But
Yes.
Godfather 3, that can't have been as good as
Okay,
Godfather 2.
Godfather.
Okay, anyway.
Tragic.
The third one usually goes. Anyways, okay. we somehow got to this from your art, talking about you making drawings.
Yeah, but actually, I was working on this last week, all the way up until Monday. I had been working on a project for Dove, DKE. So,
what's that?
I'm doing a carded figure series.
Oh, I've seen this before.
Yeah.
I mean, the idea.
Yes.
Sorry.
So it's
Oops.
the first.
I'm not supposed to have seen it.
Well, I
might have even had one of those figures in my hand once.
Oh, yeah, you're friends with Dave Bondi.
I think I broke it by accident, though.
Oh, that happens.
It was a the 3D print.
Yeah.
He showed it to me, and I think I broke it by accident.
So here is the.
Look how good! Oh, that looks better than the thing I saw. I think.
Yeah. So this is the figure. If you're watching the stream on YouTube, you can see it.
Will I get any of those?
No.
No.
But so there's 3 figures.
Wow, everybody, this is amazing. So there are 3 figures on a card. The figure is what, going to be about 3 inch?
Oh, no, there's one. Oh, there's one
3 inch tall.
Yeah, they're 3 and a half, they're about 3 inches tall.
Yeah, like the Star Wars size figure, but there's no joints on it, right?
No joints. This is a resin cast figure, and it's kind of like these 3 states of mind when you are imprisoned. And in which case, this character is imprisoned in the clear plastic clamshell that is glued to the board. And
this is amazing.
So the first one is realize, the second one is resist, and the third one is resign.
Pretty negative, but okay. That's what it's supposed to be.
The goal was to incorporate that plastic clamshell into the design of the figure.
Wait, can you explain that more?
So the first one,
because he's stuck. He's stuck inside. Oh, look at this level of thinking. Everybody in Spain and Thailand and Japan, if you understand English, this is how Luke does it. American power. American ingenuity. Yeah, exactly. No, I just like the idea that you're using the packaging as actually a response. Or the figures in response to the packaging. That's crazy.
The second one
has that ever been done?
I'm sure it has.
Okay, when?
There are a lot of carded figures that are produced every year by DKE and people and like-minded people.
And how many were in response to the packaging?
I have no idea.
None. None. The packaging is to protect the figure. And yours, it's actually to imprison the figure.
Yes.
I don't think anyone's done that. Yeah. I'm calling dibs right now. Dibs.
Okay. Well, if someone has created it, please let us know.
No, they haven't. Don't even bother claiming it. It's done here first. So because I'm proclaiming this, I'm going to get some of these to sell.
Okay. Yeah. Yes. Talk to.
No. You talk to Dove.
Okay, I'll talk to Dove.
Defend the robot.
Mm-hmm. I will. The robot should have a piece
because I proclaim that this is an original concept, never thought of before.
Wow.
I mean, a bear brick comes in a little shiny package in a box. No response to the packaging at all, right?
Right.
Every Marvel toy ever on a card. There's no response to that packaging.
Yeah,
None.
That's because they're designed to be removed from the packaging.
Yours can be too. It can work without the packaging. It can be a malaise of the entire universe. Just right. It can be that too. So
we are making it so that it is glued to the backboard, the board.
Oh, it's actually the figure's glued to the board.
Yeah, it will be.
Wow, interesting.
So it doesn't like shake around or anything like that. It's literally like stuck there.
Oh, so it actually really, that's amazing. That's even more amazing. How many people have made a figure that the figure is actually stuck to the board and not?
A lot of them, because
Okay, so
if you
we have no
delicate
we have
parts,
no dibs on that idea. There's
that
no
yeah,
dibs. No, I'm
no, no,
sorry.
no dibs.
I
'Cause,
just
like
I
figures
tried hard to give you this too,
that,
but I gave you the other one. But okay, we
that,
got you one.
if you
One
want
out
to
of
give me
two.
if you want to give me the incorporation of packaging into the final design, I will begrudgingly take it, because I could swear that I've probably seen it in something similar before.
But we just can't remember it, so therefore it didn't happen.
Right.
I'm sorry. There's probably a maker out there going me, so maybe it is. But
Yeah.
I just like
the one has the forehead pressed against the
I love the idea.
the clamshell. So those
I love the idea.
the
Very
first
cool.
figure will be released this July during San Diego's live stream event.
San Diego Comic-Con?
Yeah, San Diego Comic-Con.
Oh, should I be doing that? I forgot all about that.
I think
it's there's a new Decon is now August, right, or something. They moved the date.
No, Decon is still in November.
Oh no, Summer Decon. They have a pop shop Summer Decon.
Oh, they do they?
Yeah, I believe it's late. I believe it's late August. They moved it was July, and I think they moved it to late August.
Because there was that London event. There's
that's separate. That's something else. And there's also a thing called Design Con, and that's actually like totally digital computer stuff. It's not related at all.
So they're trying to compete with E3.
I don't know. I don't know. But completely random. But anyways, no, it's there is a designer con late August, I believe, technically the summer designer con, and then there's one in November, and then I think you're talking about the Comic Con that's a digital thing, I guess.
Right. And I think they're also going to be doing an actual San Diego Comic Con
in person. Also.
Yes.
In November. In November. Thanksgiving.
Are you going to be doing that?
No, because I'm going to eat a fucking turkey. Yeah, and stuffing. No, like family Thanksgivings
do you do turkey and things and stuffing? Because I'm jealous.
It's more like sushi and rice and stuff, and maybe a little bit of turkey, but tiny. Not much. We don't really do the turkey.
That's the problem with living with older and older Asian.
Yeah, I was gonna say we're not white.
Yeah, we're not white.
Like the pilgrim turkey experience or whatever that is, isn't like in any knowledge of my family.
No,
like they're not like, oh, we're supposed to have a turkey with mashed potatoes or yams, right?
Well, when I was younger,
Thanksgiving doesn't even mean Thanksgiving.
My parents would do that. They would try and give my sister and I the all-American all-American experience, I guess.
And did it have Chinese food with it?
Of course.
Yeah, see, that is the Asian American experience. That's the Asian American one.
It was still a turkey. There was a turkey, and my mom would make this sticky rice stuffing that would incorporate
sounds even better.
Oh, it was better. It was so much better than this lame ass bread stuffing.
But just imagine, so like a turkey, not making a turkey or buying it at the supermarket already made, right? And that's like a side dish to the rad shit that's Japanese food. So that's a pure Asian American experience. So we have this hybrid, right? Where American turkey and all that crap with the cranberry sauce is just all like, bah. And then the good.
I don't understand. That's
I like it.
You like the cranberry sauce?
Yeah. So, but I make it's like there's Japanese food with rice. Sometimes that cranberry sauce gets mixed up a little bit with the rice, and I eat it. So it's the pure hybrid mix. That's what we are, man. We're hybrids. We're
we are hybrids.
That's what the best part. But so, anyways, I'm not missing that for San Diego Comic-Con in person. And I don't know who is I don't know anyone who's.
Is it actually the weekend of
Thanksgiving? From what I understand, yes.
That is lame.
I'm sure that's probably like what's available San Diego Comic-Con Thanksgiving because nobody's going to be here. We'll take it, maybe. I don't know.
It is a nonprofit, so it could.
I'm not sure. Like
it's probably a great deal.
Yeah, Thanksgiving. Oh yeah, there's nobody here. But I guess if people have to work it, I mean, God, is that double time or triple time because it's holiday pay? It's gonna be.
Well, it's also like
I don't know.
whatchamacallit, San Diego Comic Con is notorious for starting on Thursdays.
Well, this one's supposed to be a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So you eat your turkey, then you go. Maybe it's
Yeah, as soon as you
maybe
eat
it's
your
gonna work.
turkey, you're not gonna be able to go to a Best Buy or a
Yeah.
Target or
Yeah, I don't
Toys
know,
R
man.
Us or something like
Yeah.
that. You gotta
I, I,
fucking go
I
to a
don't know.
convention center. That's lame. What a
Yeah,
terrible
maybe
way.
maybe some people will be on vacation. You know,
I have a feeling that is going to be one of the most empty events. It's
it,
probably going to be able to fill two halls at the most.
but it's possible that those who go are gonna get all the good shit.
What good shit is there nowadays?
Funko Pops, dude. Funko. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. It's Funko,
Okay,
man.
okay, yeah,
You
okay.
know,
I guess that's
Conan O'Brien Funko Pop with
what are
a
you talking
guitar.
about? Funko Conan O'Brien quit. He's
I know, but
done.
they could still make a Funko Pop with Conan O'Brien with a guitar or something, and it's
Uh,
gonna be worth $100. Get in line,
I guess he's going on to HBO Max or something like that.
and that's great because I think he made a Well, you know, like okay,
Say
sorry,
it.
we're switching topics a little bit. No, but like when that time was happening and he signed on to what was it, TBS?
Yes.
It was probably a little bit of like, is it a little bit of like digital cable or whatever this you want to call it, all the streaming services.
Yeah.
Probably a mystery still. It's like which one is going to be good because
Right.
this was years ago when he signed, right?
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
And it's like TBS, yeah, that's a good one because it's been around for a long time and they have a digital platform. He probably didn't know that like, oh, HBO Max, Hulu, Netflix are going to be the ones to be on. He picked the wrong fucking one.
Well, here's the thing.
I'm sure
though.
he had a choice of any of those. I bet you he could have gone to any of those.
But TBS seemed to let him do whatever he wanted. He actually kind of made a comment about that on his last show that TBS gave him the freedom to do whatever he wanted. And I think that is one of the reasons why he was able to have such a huge presence at San Diego Comic-Con.
I bet you though those other ones would have let him do it too, like Hulu. Hulu,
Not
like
NBC.
was it?
NBC would have told him to eat a dick.
How many years ago was Hulu though? Like when did that even happen?
I think
like Hulu stunk back in the day. He could have probably done anything.
Yeah, but TBS was way before Hulu, wasn't it?
Oh, for sure. No, TBS for sure. But then I think today TBS is like a stinker, man. What is TBS now?
It's a channel, I guess.
What else is on besides Conan O'Brien? Like reruns? Like the Love Boat? Chips? What's on there?
I guess
I don't know.
I have no idea what's.
That's what I'm saying. Like I feel like that became shitty to me, and I think now he's moving to HBO Max. Good idea, because I think that's a strong one to be on, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But I think TBS is just like that's the one you don't want to be on if you could choose. No, seriously, I think he just picked the wrong one. Now he's going to be even better for going to HBO.
TBS is Turner Broadcasting, right?
Yep. So, yeah, Ted Turner. Where's that dude? Is he even alive?
Somewhere in the middle of America on this gigantic freaking plot of land that he owns.
Yeah, but it's just one of those things. I think, for example, Mark Cuban owned some kind of a cable network himself, and he got Dan Rather when is it NBC dropped Dan Rather, or is it no, or CBS, or maybe it's NBC. Dan Rather got dropped, from like news.
Yeah, well, I think he retired.
No, well, in the beginning he got dropped, and then Mark Cuban scooped him up for the Mark Cuban's digital channel, whatever it was, and he became an anchor there. Oh. And it's like awesome, Mark. I would have done that if I were Mark Cuban, right? It's a great thing. What channel is Mark Cuban's thing? I don't even know.
I don't know.
So Dan Rather probably retired because he was on a cable channel that didn't work out. Like he could have gone to. I'm sure Hulu would have took him. I'm sure any of these guys would have taken him. Yeah. Dan Rather's like the shit, man.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? It's like I think a lot of these guys picked the one that they thought was going to be good, and it ended up being shitty. But now these other ones are strong. Like Hulu is strong.
So continuing on with this subject of current events, I have a question for you because I've been trying to figure this. I've listened to 2 articles trying to explain why Bill Cosby is out, and I have no idea what the hell is going on.
I didn't understand either because it had something to do with what a promise from a prosecutor to not prosecute him or something.
Right.
And I was like, wait, what is this even legal? Like, what is that?
Right. It's like his lawyer was the prosecutor and his defense were like commiserating on something. I
It
guess.
was weird. I read it too, and I was like, I don't get this. Like,
Yeah.
what's the dummies version of this? Like, did something go wrong here? Because I read a short article saying it. I'm like, I don't understand why. Like, how? What about his improper thing he did or allegedly did? What about that?
Yeah. Well,
Did that not happen?
no,
You know,
I'm completely. If someone who might be listening to this can
yeah,
let us know what the hell's going on,
yeah. Why is
and
Cosby
spell
free?
it up for idiots or people who just know nothing about law.
I didn't understand that at all. I was very confused. I mean, I read one thing and I was like, why is this guy free?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what happened?
Yeah, I listened to it. I listened to about it on NPR, and then I usually watch the Young Turks, which is a YouTube streaming channel, and
Yeah.
they went on it and went on about it, and I was like, I listened, and I was like, what? And,
I didn't get it either.
yeah, okay.
Someone
I'm glad I was.
There must be a one sentence explanation, but I don't know. I don't even know what that is.
I guess the one sentence explanation is the lawyer's done fucked up, but
I guess so. I don't quite get it. Like,
but
why
I
is
don't.
Bill Cosby
How did
free?
they get fucked up? I don't know.
I don't get it. That's interesting.
Mm.
That's a good one. I've been curious about that.
Yeah. So, but what's going on in Giant Robot Land?
Giant Robot Land. Well, one, I'm still doing Pop Shop Live.
Yes.
It's the streaming app where I talk into it for many hours and try to sell product.
Right.
I'm still open only Friday, Saturday, Sunday at the store, although I'm trying to figure out how I can open more. I'm going to try the network app, I think. The network thing. I'm going to try to do that.
Really?
Ooh, new news.
Yeah. So network.
Yeah, they signed me to a 5-year contract. I'm going to be doing it.
Really?
No. No. I was just joking because like it was like the Conan O'Brien thing. I was kidding.
No.
But I am going to stream on there a little bit. I think maybe starting in a couple of weeks.
Okay.
So I'm gonna try, but no, there's no signing bonus. They're not getting a talk show or anything from me. Absolutely not. I'm just a piece of shit. I'm gonna end up at the bottom of the totem pole like I am at Pop Shop.
Are you on the bottom of the totem pole?
No, but I feel like we're definitely not near the top.
You know what I understand? Like I overheard like some conversations about this amongst other sellers.
Oh, really?
And yeah, and there's some like clubhouse rooms dedicated to this stuff.
Oh yeah, I haven't been invited. I have a lot to say probably, but
you should talk to. I'll direct you toward it. But
okay, it's secret. So secret society of Pop Shop complainers.
I'm not sure if it's a secret society.
Oh, it's not
complainers, but like they were saying that like some people will get because it looks like the like Pop Shop are kind of paying a lot of attention to what's going on their streams.
Yeah.
And if you do something to get canceled, I put in quotes, that can like significantly affect your stream. From like I was hearing like something like
canceled.
Like,
what does that mean? Like
if you say something that is potentially sexist or potentially racist, yeah,
okay,
that kind of thing.
I haven't done those things, so I'm clean.
But like
but I think so. I think there are some big streamers that have done that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've heard.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard like some big streamers that have done that, but then they seem like they're doing just fine.
Well, I think it has something
like
to do
Bill
with,
Cosby. They're free. I'm kidding.
Well, it has something to do with being like a featured stream. Like on the app, when you open the app, it'll have featured streamers. Like coming up this week, Jamie from Japan, LA.
Oh yeah, we don't get that.
All you need to do is talk to your rep.
Guess who gets ghosted from my rep?
Ghosted.
No, I get ghosted. No. Yeah, kind of.
You do?
Like I'm supposed to have like I'm supposed to have a meeting with him, like a phone meeting since like November.
Right.
I haven't had one. And I've written emails and I don't hear back. And then even when they log on, I go, "Hey, well, let's do that phoner that we've been talking about," and they don't write me back. And
I
don't
was
know.
supposed to have a meeting this afternoon with my new rep. I had a new rep for
I have no rep technically
for Pop Shop, and I ironically I missed it because I was running errands.
Oh wow.
But then I was going to write her an email, and I looked on my and as I was going through it, I saw that my appointment was canceled earlier this morning by them.
Oh, you got canceled for saying something sexist.
Oh,
I mean, I'm kidding.
That's what people expect of me. Come on.
I don't.
People expect me to put my foot in my mouth.
That's really interesting though to hear that. I'm not surprised because that kind of feels like I think I had priorities for a while, and I think I've fallen way out. That's what it feels like to me, which is fine.
Not enough dancing.
No dancing.
Not enough. you gotta work on that. You gotta get like your team to do a dance off.
Wow, that's really sad though. That's like step it, fetch it, or whatever you call it. Like dance. You need to dance. It's like me going, no, I just want to do a stream. No, you need to dance. It sounds kind of fucked up. I think there's something wrong with that to me.
Yeah. But you're still doing Pop Shop?
No, I'm still doing Pop Shop, and I do it twice a week. But I mean, I've tapered expectations a lot. Like I don't expect as much out of it as I was getting before, or I was doing before. But I still kind of have fun with it. So if I keep having fun with it, I'm okay, regardless of what position I think I'm put in there. I don't feel like it's, like I said, I don't feel like we get much priority anymore, and that's okay. So I just kind of go with it, and then I'll try the network app because they actually reached out and I had a meeting with them. Which is kind of cool. I was like, oh, I've never even started with you guys, but I already had a meeting with them, which is nice. And then but beyond that, just doing art. The art show. There's a new art show up that started in the weekend.
You started doing nighttime openings again.
Yeah, we started doing nighttime openings. I think they're not Delta variant super spreaders or anything like that. They're pretty like casual, but there's a lot of like friendship and love in that. You know what I'm saying? Like it's people who come in are like often friends, and I'm doing it for myself and them too, right? Yeah. That's kind of what it is. Like it's not necessarily for the local strangers. I mean, they're welcome in, but I'm doing it because I just want the artist to have that experience again.
Absolutely.
And it's fun. It does feel good. As
are you still streaming? Are you still doing like a 12 p.m. stream of the show before? Yeah.
So what I do is and maybe this is a good way that during the pandemic, I started. We put the art online at 12 noon. Right. But what we used to do is open the door at 12 noon, sell art for whoever comes in, which is awesome. But selling art online at 12 noon seems to be better. Because imagine like me sitting there, and if it's a popular show and there's like 10 people rushing in trying to buy art, and they're just like, I want this, it's like it puts me under a lot of stress. I'm like sitting there going, Yeah. But they could do it all from home now instead. Yeah. And then I open at 1. I do a live stream. Right. Then I open at 1 p.m. and all of that stress is already like taken care of online.
Yes.
But in the past, what I used to do is open at 12, deal with all the stress. Then the leftover art goes on at like Tuesday instead, right?
Right.
And it's like, well, the hype of that show, the excitement has just gone from here to like down here, and now the art's gone online.
No, it drops after Sunday. Like
I don't think I've done anyone that doesn't do any artists a favor by doing it that way. I think it's better to get those sales right away, since there's FOMO going on right at the same time at 12 noon. Right. Maybe so there is something to actually.
I need to prepare a show card for you, don't I?
Yeah, sure. Yes, but that I just think that just stokes some excitement, and it's probably better. This is something we started during the pandemic, and I guess we're going to keep it going forward. It's been a good way to do it.
Good for biz.
Yeah, and I'm thinking, maybe you can't if you're selling $10,000 art pieces. Like if like you're selling giant paintings that are $10,000 or something, you might not be able to do that because it's an online. Like you're looking at an online picture about this big, instead of a 6-foot painting, right? Maybe
right.
If a painting's $10,000 or $20,000, you can't go at it that way. But in our case, I think we can. I think there's something about like when you look at it on screen, it might actually be bigger than the piece itself.
Sure.
So there's
Well,
something it may work.
well, I know that a lot of galleries, especially like I work with Corey Holford Gallery, and they will want artwork almost a month before the show opens.
That's amazing to me, but that's rad. That's how that makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they have like time to like handle VIP clients, handle um
Sure.
everything, like, and get
Yeah.
the preview going, really kind of hustle it out there. And
Yep. Museums probably want. I think they want our 2 or 3 months early, ideally, right?
right.
2, 3, maybe 3 months early, and that's not even to sell. That's just to have it ready.
Actually, Tristan Eaton has a museum show coming up. I think.
Oh,
I saw
cool.
that. Yeah, he's doing Long Beach Museum, and I was like,
Oh,
wow,
congrats.
like we should have Tristan on sometime.
Sure.
And then who else is like there's I guess I'm gonna have to start reaching out and getting some more people up, because so I was kind of hoping I could rely on you. Like, have you watched the Cho show?
I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, I
Have
mean,
you?
no, I haven't.
Oh, I haven't yet either.
I've seen his videos on on Instagram and TikTok. They're always like kind of insane, kind of weird, and
Yeah. No, I haven't really watched those either.
yeah,
Yeah.
there's weird kind of abstract, like,
I feel like I've seen some of them already, like some of it's old footage. So I think there's that. But yeah, no, I haven't watched the Cho show yet. I'm sure it's good. I mean, I'm sure it's good. I'm sure every force that he has to do something good is being used there. So he's going for it.
Yeah,
because he doesn't need to do it, right?
he doesn't in terms of like a financial aspect, but he probably wants to do it to feed his ego.
No, for sure, that part. But I mean, I'm talking, yeah. But he's not like, this isn't a living. This is kind of a fun thing to do. I hope, and it kind of promotes his celebrity more, right? I think that's kind of part of it all. So yeah, for sure.
We should watch it. We should watch it and talk about it sometime.
Oh, on Clubhouse. Clubhouse.
Yeah. Well, that's okay. So that's one of those things that we've been kind of discussing, is like opening up a Clubhouse room.
Clubhouse is not recorded, correct? Or is it recorded?
I don't think it's recorded, but okay. I think it can be recorded. But
I see.
But I think it's just basically live conversational stream stuff. But we can be able to bring like people who come into the room. We could like bring them onto the stage and let them and chat with us and stuff like that.
I think that'd be fun.
So if you guys are on Clubhouse,
but Jeff Soto said there's a certain time that it works best. Is it after 10 p.m. or something like that? I don't quite understand that. Like, if you went live right now, is it a bad idea?
I don't know. I see a lot of I get a lot of notifications from people that I'm following on Clubhouse, and if it's in the afternoon, I'm like, no, I don't want to listen. And then around like 10 or 11 o'clock at night, I'm like just chilling, I'll be like, oh, Jeff Soto is talking in this room, and I'm like, oh, okay, I'll give it a listen. Wow. And they'll usually have some clever name, like cheeseburgers and sesame seed buns or some shit like that. And of course, they're not talking about either of those things,
right? Which
is always just a little bit disappointing to me, because it's all just fucking art talk. And it's like if you want to call it art talk, then call it art talk. But don't think you're clever by giving it a totally asinine name. And
I guess they're meant to be temporary, right? That's not like a constant show type of thing. It's just they're doing it once.
Well, some people do concerts. So I am following a weird, like a UAP UFO channel on.
There's a lot of that now.
I mean, Clubhouse.
At least out there, right? Like, there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of content. Let's put it that way.
There is a lot of content, and I jumped into a room right as it started, and after like a couple minutes, the the room host started playing background music, like opening credits music,
Oh wow.
to like announce the starting of the show or conversation.
Wow.
And I was like, wow, you're kind of like taking this to a whole new level. That's pretty cool.
So it's kind of like I mean, I like the fact they talk about it. It's sort of like in that Art Bell type of thing because it's late at night.
Yeah.
Art Bell used to be like that's a late night, talking about cryptozoology or whatever he's
Oh
talking
my
about,
gosh.
mysteries and that deep ditch in somebody's yard that goes like miles deep, supposedly.
Yeah.
I don't
I
know.
really would. Fortunately, there's a lot of people like I follow a lot of those like all-time top 10 ghosts or like
uh,
Amazon discoveries channels. Those always like get me going. It's usually some English person
right.
talking like this. And
That's a good accent.
oh, thank you. I think that's the extent of it.
Pretty
Uh,
good.
yeah, YouTube is just like I pay for all these dumbass streaming sites like Disney Plus so I could watch the Marvel shit and
Yeah.
HBO Max and Hulu and Netflix. But the one thing I spend the most of my time on is YouTube
Uh,
because there's so much weird shit being constantly published there. It's
YouTube TV is like also its own streaming platform, but yeah, YouTube itself, endless amount of stuff and weird too sometimes.
so I was
Yeah.
talking to Jesse Yu, and he was espousing the grand pleasures of having YouTube Premium,
I see.
saying that it's probably one of the best things out there. It's like $11 a month for no ads. You have access to music on YouTube, and apparently YouTube Music. Because like one of the things that I was like, I don't know about YouTube Premium, like because like I've already got like Spotify. I've got like uh, these massive grand playlists that I've created, like that are very genre
Wow.
specific, and I was like, I don't want to let go of those playlists, but YouTube, and my problem with YouTube is that YouTube's like the leveling, the sound levels on music in YouTube is all over the place. But apparently on YouTube Music, it's like they will give you like the high quality
Wow. I
like
see.
streaming stuff.
Interesting. Oh,
So I don't know. Oh,
and
we're just
probably
kind of going off all over the place here on this.
no, this is very, very there's a flow chart that somebody could make. You know those FBI things where they
Yes.
have a picture of like the mafia leader and then there's like a
There's
branch
red
and his
threads going all over the
yeah, yeah,
place.
yeah. Somebody can make a thread of this conversation and it will be very coherent and solid. Everything has linked to something else. And everything is a potential show. Each one
Conan
could be our own show.
O'Brien, Bill Cosby, YouTube Premium, HBO. Speaking of, have you been watching Loki?
I have not.
Oh,
Is that supposed to be good?
I like it.
Okay, I haven't watched it.
I like it a lot. It's
That's the Marvel Thor's little buddy. Was
yeah,
it Thor's brother?
Thor's brother.
Thor's brother.
And
Yeah, yeah, okay.
it gets into all of this like sacred timelines, and
It's a show, not a movie, correct?
it's a
So it's
show. It's a 6 episode show,
is
and
it comedy like Thor kind of is a comedy?
there is Owen Wilson is in it.
Oh wow, so it's a comedy.
Yeah, and so there is some buddy shit
Wait,
going on.
who is Loki? Owen Wilson?
No, Loki is Owen Wilson plays a member like a time cop.
Wait,
Um,
like is he present day going back and he's like, "Dude, Loki."
no, it's weird. It's a weird
He's
show
all, "Yeah, Loki,
because
what's up?"
if you remember
I don't know.
the Avengers Endgame, um, like in the beginning of the movie, Loki died. In the beginning of Avengers Infinity War, Loki dies. But then, as the Avengers are going back in time to be able to retrieve all the different which Infinity Stones, they run into a Loki from the past.
Oh.
And that Loki gets his hands on one of the stones and um like exits stage right.
Yeah, pieces out, right?
Pieces out.
He's like, I got this. Bye.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yep.
And the show takes place right, like, you see him like warping out of the scene, and then the television show starts with him kind of warping into wherever he warps to.
Oh.
And then suddenly, like, all these like interdimensional gates open up, and like these time police people like grab him and charge him for breaking the sacred timeline.
And Owen Wilson's in it. That's a good thing, I think.
Yeah, I like Owen Wilson.
Is he doing Owen Wilson voice?
I don't think Owen Wilson can do anything. Can't do anything else.
But is he doing wow? Is he wow? It's Loki.
Wow,
it's Loki. Wow.
I can't believe I'm in the MCU.
Wow. Wow.
Kind of. He's very.
He's a Loki. What are you doing here, Loki? Wow.
But like the episode that aired today, ends with a post-credit scene, and with a whole bunch of other Lokis.
Oh wow!
And
wow!
And one of them, the best thing that I saw was they had Teen Loki holding an alligator with a Loki crown on it.
Wow, that's weird.
Yeah, it's really weird.
Okay.
And so I was just kind of like, this is the best thing I've seen ever. Alligator Loki wins the best thing of this week. So yeah, I was wanting to know if you had seen it, but
no, I guess it's time to watch it.
Yeah, it's good. There's two. You're just like, after next week there'll be one episode left, and you can like just sit back
binge it all.
Binge. Like, I haven't seen Falcon and Winter Soldier at all, so
there's a lot of stuff to watch, as we know. It's just endless. TV there's a lot of content. And I'm watching like serious stuff on, like, I watched Mayor of Easttown, right? Mm-hmm. And now I'm watching The Undoing, which is actually older, but that's a Nicole Kidman, like a family problematic family with a murder case, right? It's like a serious show. Then I'm listening to Live and Die in LA podcast, so I think I'm 4 episodes in that, and that's not done yet.
Is that a true crime thing?
Oh yeah, it's true crime, and it's about a Korean American girl who was killed, and she's 20 years old, and it would happen. That show's not even done. It's like 4 or 5 episodes in. It's still going. There's a lot of stuff to watch, so I can't consume it all.
You can't consume it all.
No, but I want to. I do want to.
I have a question. How has my you know what I mean content been? I've been doing my best to
today.
Yes.
If you consciously think about it, you can get rid of it as much as you want. I didn't notice it today, but I'm not listening for that anyway. There was one way back when we first started. There was one episode where I think you said it like 200 times in like 10 minutes, literally. And did I tell you that? I was going through it, and that was when I was trying a little harder. I was like trying to edit some out. I was like, okay, I'm going to edit this one. I'm going to edit this one. I was like, dude, there's too many. I can't do it. Because you would say it in one sentence. You would say it like 3 times in a sentence.
You know what I mean?
Or you'd say, and it's okay, man.
No, it's not okay, man.
But that everybody, like a lot of people who listen to it said, but that's Luke, and that's how Luke talks. And I'm thinking, that's how Luke talks. It's okay.
I am trying. I want to.
It takes practice, and you can do it. I swear. If you try, you can do it. If you don't try, you're going to keep doing it. But if you try to get rid of it, you can.
See, I'm under the impression that
I think you did better today, and I didn't even pay attention. Like, I didn't notice it. Maybe people on YouTube Live, did anyone notice Luke saying sometimes literally 3 times in one sentence used to do it, and I'd be like, whoa, like that's heavy.
I kind of feel that I think there is I get into a different kind of communication mode when I'm doing the podcast.
Sure, but you're going to Luke Chu trance mode. Trance mode by Luke Chu. Wow. Trance mode.
From here on out, the you knows and you know what it means will become a drinking game for this podcast.
Wow.
Every time I say, wow.
Wow. Oh, wow.
I wonder if there's like a ledger in Owen Wilson's contract where he gets paid a certain amount every time he says that.
He has to say wow.
Or he gets paid extra for saying.
I'm trying to think what his other little one-liners are, but that one's
it's like a Keanu Reeves whoa.
Oh yeah. They're just so. I wonder if they even write those in, or do they just come out naturally?
I think they're written.
But he has such a wonderful the pronunciation.
Wow.
Naturally.
Wow.
Kind of like that. He has such a nice way he speaks, but I think it's just from being, is it Texan? But
yeah,
maybe it's
think
Texan.
That he'd be like a totally like laid back kind of guy.
I told you I met him before, right?
No,
a couple. So I used to play back in the day when I played tennis a lot with my cousin. So this is 10 years ago plus. We'd play tennis a lot, and in Santa Monica, there's a park called Douglas Park.
Okay.
Small park with 2 courts only. We went onto the court and waited, and I was like, that's Owen Wilson, on the court, and with his brother, who is technically, he goes by Future Man. So if you're a Owen Wilson fan, he has an older brother who is sort of an extra. He plays small roles. He's in Rushmore. He's in almost everything, but he plays small roles.
Oh, really?
And he was playing this weird soccer hybrid tennis game with his older brother on the court. And it's one of those things where we're sitting there, and I was like, thinking, oh, that's Owen Wilson, right? Mm-hmm. And I told my cousin that, and my cousin got excited, and he didn't know who Owen Wilson was, right? This is a burnout cousin, and he didn't know. And he sees him and goes, "You're famous, dude?" He just said it like that. I was like, great. He knows we're talking about him. I was just like, thank you, right? Like, and he goes that, and then Owen Wilson looks at his brother and goes, "No, not me. He's famous. He's the famous one." And then I said, "That's Future Man," because that's what his nickname is often. And then Owen Wilson looked at me and went, like, excited. Oh, and then he went, "Future Man." That's what he said, just like that, and got excited because I recognized,
because someone recognized his older brother, right?
Yeah, because he said, "I'm not famous." He goes, "He's famous," and I was like, "That's Future Man." and then after that, he came to the court at least a couple more times when we were playing, and he had a Porsche, and he'd pull up in the Porsche and he'd go, "Hey, how's it going, you guys? Are you going to be done soon? I'll be right back." Like. Just like that, and he
became buddies, like buddies.
He would talk like a kid, and then soon after was when he attempted suicide. And then I didn't see him again. So yeah, but
after a suicide attempt, the first thing you gotta let go of is tennis.
And he might have moved away. Like he lived close by because him and his brother would walk to the court. Like they would leave and walking. And and like I said, he'd pull up in his Porsche and would yell from his car. He'd get out of the car and go, "Hey, dudes, when are you gonna be done?" And then I'd be like, "Dude," but then he would just, he would drive home and come back, like walking, like that close. So, but then I'm sure he literally probably moved away soon after because I think paparazzi started. It probably was a bad scene. Yeah. Toxic life of some sort. Something must have been really bad.
Yeah.
Anyways, we talked more about Owen Wilson than we needed to. But
was that like Royal Tenenbaums?
After that.
Okay.
I think it was after Tenenbaums for sure. That's a long time. I think that's even longer ago.
And that was like 20 years ago, wasn't it?
Maybe that feels even further. So yeah.
I don't remember when
But it was still Owen Wilson at some kind of a heyday. Like he was still really cool then. Because now I haven't heard of Owen Wilson in a very long time.
Oh, he's back. He's in the MCU.
That's fine. He should be back.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyways, that's an Owen Wilson story. Not so exciting, but
no, that's a good one. That's.
But great. He's such a seemed like a really, and also like I remember one thing. Just let me add a little more. Him and his brother had like such a, like brother relationship that when they're playing, like let's say their ball goes and it's like out of bounds or not, or it hits the line, right. And one brother would go. Like he'd go, "Nope, that was out," and then Owen goes, "No, it was on the line," and they'd kind of start arguing, and then they would just look at me, and they were just like, And I'd be like,
Cool.
I'm not a judge of this. I'm not a judge, but they would like go, what did you see? Kind of it's like
Right.
very brotherly, I guess, like that's kind of what you do, right? You look for the third voice. It's going to say, it was out, man. Like that. It just seemed like they were looking for that as a brotherly, it was cute.
Yeah.
Let's put it that way. It was very cute. Their relationship was loving and cute.
So do you still go to Santa Monica to play tennis?
No, I haven't played tennis since, a little bit, but no. I haven't. No, I used to be pretty good back in the day. I mean,
were you an like an Asian American high school tennis team guy?
So, my high school was majority white and blacks were bussed in. I was one of 5 or so Asian people or something like that.
Yeah.
And of course, we were on the tennis team, so there was that. But our tennis team was a city champion 3 years in a row, and so I was on that team.
Well, the Santa Monica courts have got to be like just lush.
Dude, Pacific Palisades, higher level than Santa Monica. Pacific Palisades. I went to Palisades High School. Right?
Oh, sorry, I didn't.
No, we're talking like playing tennis at the Riviera Country Club. Like our team would like get to play there and stuff like that.
Oh, wow.
And don't forget, the guys on our team, like a lot of them got college scholarships. Not me, but a lot of them got college scholarships. Literally D1, like Division I, college scholarships to play tennis on tennis teams. A whole bunch of them did. Like not just one, but like a whole bunch.
Wow.
And for me, I went to Santa Monica College, and the best I got was the coach going, "Hey, you went to Palisades High School. You got to come out to play tennis." And I was like, "No, bye." And that was the end right there. But literally, yeah, the coach recognized me. He was like, like he knew, It's
like, you're one of 2 Asian people who played tennis.
Oh, he just knew I played for that high school team because we were really we were good, We were a really good team. And basically whatever.
I never played any sports in high school.
Yeah, I did. I'm an athlete. I'm a what do you call it? I'm a 3-year letterman.
Really?
Technically, yeah. I mean, I started enough matches. I don't think I lost any matches, did I? I don't think I lost any. So
did you walk school with a letterman jacket?
No, I'm not. I didn't buy one of those jackets. You don't do that for tennis. That's basketball or like baseball or football. Yeah, you don't.
Definitely
tennis,
football.
No. But we were champs, so there was put it this way, there was respect among the athletes of the bigger sports, like the black dudes that played basketball were just like, oh shit, city champs, like tennis, like we were like we counted as athletes,
wow,
even though we were dorks, right? And the basketball team was not a city champ, right? But they knew that we were city champs, so we were badass. So take it like that. In the end, seriously, they would come out sometimes to the court and they would look at our rackets and be like, "Is this how I do it?" And I'm like, "Dude, you're like 6'6". What are you doing? Like, go to your practice." But it's one of those things. It's like there is a level of equality when you're like in sports in a way because you're representing your school, right? You're like you have that equality, even though
you're also doing something athletic.
It's different, man. But I mean, enough where they paid a little bit of respect because it's like, oh, we're city champs. It's like they knew that. So there was an ounce of respect, even though like we were doing tennis and they're doing like basketball, baseball, football. We were like,
biggies.
Yeah, but I put a lot of respect on the academic decathlon. They were champions in our high school. That's like a big deal, right? I would respect those guys.
Yeah, I tried. Yeah, I tried doing academic and just couldn't.
No, I'm not either. But I respected that. I was like, dude, these guys are the smart guys that go to other schools and beat the shit out of their smart people, right? Because they were champs. I was like, okay, good. You guys are awesome.
You didn't do academic. You took a bunch of AP classes and stuff like that, didn't you?
I did, but I was not on the level of academic decathlon. So yeah, that's way back stuff that doesn't carry over to this day at all. It means absolutely nothing,
Yeah, no.
It's just an experience, and being a tennis guy, you are still an outcast.
Yes.
Right? There is no maybe one or two, but mostly there is no cool tennis team member. You're mostly like an outcast still.
I never got that feeling from tennis players, and
we were the outcasts.
Like
sad.
Like yeah, I never got the sense of like tennis players being the not as athletic or not up there with the rest of the other athletes.
We're not. But the funniest thing is, I wrote a whole story about this that
Like
ironically
band
David.
people.
What's that?
I said band people are
Yeah.
not athletes.
Some of the band guys though are like punk rock guys that are in band.
Mm.
There's that. But for example, I wrote a whole story about the tennis team experience a little bit, and David Cho actually illustrated it as a comic.
Oh.
This is way back in the day. I actually wrote a story, like literally, like wrote it, and he actually illustrated it. And there's a comic out there, like a 4-page comic,
Mm-hmm.
because I wrote about like a little story about a little experience because we were outcasts, meaning, like at lunchtime, where do people hang out? The quad, the center of the school, right?
Yes.
The grass.
Yeah.
Well, tennis guys, we hung out at the tennis courts outside of the like edge of the school, like for nobody else's. We're that, like we're that outcasted, right?
Yeah.
But who else hung out there? The guys that smoke pot and gangsters. And because we were there every day, they never really they didn't make fun of us or anything. They just kind of hung out. And then there was like a melding, a little bit of a melding. So like all of a sudden the gangsters, I'm talking about like Bloods and Crips type of guys, they would want to play tennis because they're just like, oh, you guys are playing tennis? You guys are pretty good. They were athletic, but they were like, they didn't play tennis. So we had this experience where there was like this melding. Like they didn't call us names or anything. They were cool and they smoked pot. Some of us smoked pot like during lunch, or they're smoking cigarettes. Like it was like this weird free area. But we were kind of like the geeks that were in that area, and those were the hardened guys that were in that area, and we would all kind of like melt and like like I didn't care if they were gangsters and they didn't care if we were the dorks of the school, but I did a comic about that, like like how like there was this like weird.
Do you actually have the original artwork, or does?
I think I have it.
Yeah.
And but it was one of those things that's like David drew such a nice. He did a good job.
You got to find the digital files of it. And
digital. No, it's not digital. It's actually like he cut out my text. He printed it out, cut it out, like the letters, and then pasted it on to make dialogue. He actually used my text literally, and then drew everything, cut out the letters, and taped it on. So I have those pages.
You got to like take photos of it and post on the Discord.
I forgot about it. I forgot this even existed till like right now. So I need to I have it. It's under my bed I think it's under my bed in a tub, like a plastic tub.
Okay, yeah.
Like airtight, clean, airtight.
That's a tall bed.
No. Really you could buy tubs. You could buy tubs that are this flat.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just, anyways.
Anyway, yeah, sorry about that, man. That's a total.
No, that was great.
Sideways ass story, but it does include David Cho now.
It does.
Points.
Check out the Cho Show on FX.
And I think if you have Hulu, you can watch it. If you have Hulu, yeah.
I do have Hulu.
I think that therefore you should be able to watch it, like, no problem. Yeah,
we should watch it. We should.
I know.
We should try and it would be funny to get David Cho on the show.
He did, I haven't talked to him in years or seen him in years. And he's been on Sawtell when I'm in GR2. And I just hear about it. Oh, David Cho's at Nijia Market. And I'm like, oh, he's going to stop by. Didn't stop by. like I've heard it a few times. Oh, I think he's eating sushi up the street. Like someone would tell me. I just saw him. I'm like, oh, he'll stop by. No, didn't stop by.
Why don't you drop him a text then?
I'm going to, because he actually, through somebody else, said hi to me yesterday. Like somebody was talking to him and goes, hey, David says hi to you. Like, and I was like, oh shit. So I'm going to text him. Now I can text him.
Yeah. Oh, you don't feel like you feel you perceive like these boundaries that kind of, like subconsciously exist because through time and displacement in time.
I think so. Yeah. I haven't talked to him in years. I mean, he's, gone a different direction than he was in the past, right? I mean, he got a ton of money. He kind of is a different person than I remember him as.
Sure.
But I'm sure the vestiges of his past are still with him, but
of course.
He seems like a different guy. And I've heard from other people that I know saying they're all, yeah, he's a total different guy. He's like so different. It's not the same guy. And I'm like, well, I wouldn't think so. But yeah, I'm whatever I am. So our trajectories kind of are different. He went to the moon
Yes, he definitely went to the moon.
I'm at the bottom of some totem pole. So it's I'm in the same place as before. He went to the
Oh
moon.
no,
You
you're
know,
doing. I think you're doing fine, Eric.
it's probably fine, but I mean, compared to where he's at, because he literally went to moon or maybe Mars. He's got Elon Musk money, and
he
I'm
doesn't
like,
have Elon Musk money.
I don't know.
I mean, like depending
Okay,
on like how he's investing it.
if he just left it,
Yeah.
mathematically he would have over $1 billion if he just left it where it was. I'm sure he didn't, but I mean, let's just say he had what he had and it left it in the stock.
Right, the Facebook money.
The Facebook money, I believe. Let's see, real quick. What is the? I don't even know what Facebook stock is today. I'm gonna take a quick look.
Okay.
Oh shoot, he would be. It's a lot higher. Wow. He would be like a billion, 1.5 billion, maybe he would have if he left it. I think.
Hmm.
I think. I don't
Wow.
wait. Let me take a quick look. I'm gonna do some further math for you.
All right.
Well, I don't know how to do the math here. Wait, I could do the math. 47 divided by 40. Oh, okay. If my math is anywhere near where it should be,
Yeah.
oh yeah, he would have like $1.7 billion.
Wow.
I think that's about like my math. I mean, it's a little off. It could be 1.75 or something, according to the math. I could be wrong, but
Right. Right.
so I mean, 1 billion would be very what do you call it? Conservative. If he had it, if he left it just
If
where it
he had
was.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure he didn't, and he didn't need to. But I'm saying is that Facebook stock is that high.
Wow.
It's really high.
Wow.
It's like whatever he was at when he got that money and you heard about it. It's more than 8 times higher now. So it's times 8. And but the reports were $200 million, right?
Right.
Like his stock was 200 million. Well, it's times 8.
Was it 200 at the time?
I think it was 200 million worth.
I thought it was like 25 million.
No, I think it was 200.
Because like even 25 million for a mural is kind of insane.
Well, it wasn't 25 million. It was a lot of stock. It's sort of like buying Shiba Inu coin right now. You put $100 in. How much coin do you get? You get like a fucking million or something, right?
Right.
Like you get so much. It's like that. It's like, oh yeah, you'll just get a bunch of stock for this mural, thanks, and it was worth 0. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
It was worth so little, and then Facebook blew up, and then lo and behold, David is like a huge shareholder. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
It's like more than probably like employee number 10 or something, like whoever that was.
Right.
I'm sure they didn't get as much stock as David got because he got it earlier than that,
I wonder if that mural is still up.
I'm sure it is. I'm sure it's archived and stuff. I hope like really taken care of.
Yeah, I hope so.
And I think he's done more. I mean, it's one of those, it's a miracle, but with David Chueh, the David I know and remember, that's not a miracle, man. That guy knows what he's doing. And it's luck, quote luck, but it's him being in the right place, right time, as usual, doing the right things. He could have took money and he instead took the stock and pow, right? It's like, I think the money was much smaller.
Right.
And he took the stock and that was worth infinitely larger. And I remember, so I've told the story before, but he's told me before Facebook stock went live that they wanted to buy the stock from him. Like they wanted to buy the stock back because, there's a little bit of embarrassment there that a guy who painted a mural is quote $200 million worth of stock, right? That's kind of an embarrassment when it came out.
Right.
Like, what about all the employees that fucking killed themselves to make this thing work? And they probably they're not getting that money. But they tried to buy it back he told me some numbers, like they tried to buy it back for like $10 million and all this kind of stuff. He told me this a year or two before it ever went public. Like they were trying to buy it and he never sold it. He was like, nope, not selling it. Nope. And he was telling me, he was like, dude, he once told me, I think it's worth like at least $10 million because they're trying to buy it from me for $10 million. Like this is like before it was going to go public that anybody knew. And no, so 25 million. I think it was worth a lot more, but I don't know the exact number.
Yeah.
But I remember reading in reports that it was $200 million. I remember reading that. So, so Elon Musk money? No, but I mean, what's the difference?
Yeah. Well,
he could buy a Cybertruck. He could buy that Cybertruck from Elon Musk. Let's put it that way. He'd go, there's only one, but he could buy it from him. You'll go, dude, I'll give you this much money. And Elon Musk will go, all right, fine. It's that much money.
I didn't realize it was the number was like that.
That's the reports, what was written, and I'm only doing math from that time, right? It's
right.
Facebook stock debuted at $40. It's now $347. So
Right.
it's 8 times more, and it's all like, again, it's my quick math, and I'm just going by what I read, you know. But I don't know. I don't know the true numbers. I don't know.
Wow. Well,
it's irrelevant too. It doesn't. 200 million, 1 billion. I wouldn't even know the difference. I don't think I can even spend it. I wouldn't know how.
I think you could spend it.
Oh, I could. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay. Well, I mean, I don't know. I could, like, yeah, maybe. I mean, I want a boba
$200 million
fountain.
Easy.
Could I have a boba fountain?
You're not gonna spend it on a boba fountain. What we're gonna do? You're going to.
I want a boba fountain.
You'll probably.
Like, I want to be able to, like, go like this and go, oh, I want some boba tea, and I want the boba's balls to just be shooting out, and I'm just going like this, catching boba balls and boba tea, and going, I'll just have a sip.
It's like, all right, I'm done.
I'm done. Thank you. Keep the fountain running. I might come back. Right? Yeah, like that. You know. Keep it running.
Oh, that would just be a hilariously dumb way of burning through money.
That's how much dumb money there is at that point, I guess, you know.
Sure.
Yeah, boba fountain.
Yeah, I remember.
I want different color bobas too.
They do that. There's a place in Monterey Park that
and I would buy that place, and they would work for me only to make boba, and that's it. They wouldn't be open.
Well, I remember going to this place in Monterey Park, and they would have like a room with windows dedicated to the boba making section.
Oh, you could watch, right?
And you could watch, and there was always like a girl in hot pants, just like crouched over the machine, making, collecting the boba, and it was always a great show.
So, is this misogynistic? How much would she cost for me to have her just always be in a weird fish tank in my house making boba for the boba fountain? That's not misogynist. That's just, it could be it doesn't have to be her. It could be anybody.
It could be anyone.
But I could just hire a person to be in a fish tank making.
Yeah, but they have to be in hot pants, and
it could be an old, like an old chef, Din Tai Fung man.
I mean, if you're making soup dumplings, that's one thing, but boba is just little balls of whatever covered in.
Oh, that's bad.
Flour. And...
Yeah, not interested, actually. Yeah. Scratch that. I don't want that.
Okay.
I want the boba fountain.
There's plenty of. I'd rather like sit back and let other.
I don't want to enslave people. That's kind of like that's exactly what I don't want to do with money. It's like no,
but
I'd rather buy people's freedom with that money. Like let people do more stuff. I think David was doing that too to an extent, but I don't really know.
I remember he was like he was kind of granting money to people who had projects, wasn't he?
Yeah. So I've heard from other artists. Yeah, he was granting people to like do that. I don't know what criteria or whatever, but yeah, which is rad. I don't know. That's like maybe he talks about it on the show. I don't know.
I've never listened to his show. I think does he still do that? I don't think he does.
Podcast? Yeah. Oh, I was talking about the new TV thing. The podcast was up, and I think it all deleted. I think there was a lot of like legal issues with that and lawsuits or something. I don't know.
Weird.
And then I think all that like is deleted. Because I think there was like there was some cancellation stuff with David a long time ago.
Oh.
Yeah. Many years ago, yeah, there was some cancellation stuff. I don't know.
Well, anyways,
I don't even remember what, but I remember it was kind of big. So, yeah.
When people have when you're suable, and you've got enough money to, like,
it's crazy, right?
Like there's no point in suing me because I've got nothing, but bigger fish are definitely lawyer fodder.
Very susceptible. Yeah, it's kind of weird. It's unfortunate, but that's That's how it rolls.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
You gotta,
Yeah.
the more money you have, the more careful you gotta be.
Yeah. Yeah.
But anyways, I think we are an hour and 40 minutes.
Oh, I did not pay attention. We are 124 technically.
124. Oh, okay.
We're at 124, so not bad. We almost hit an hour and a half.
Yeah, let's wrap this thing up.
All right. So I think we did better than having a guest sometimes. Did we do better than a guest?
Sometimes we do better than with guests, just because we get like kind of esoteric with the information that we are like bantering about, which I think is fun. I think
completely there's no form whatsoever. Somebody has to again do that flowchart FBI wanted wall, and figure out how everything's connected, because it's connected.
Yeah. No, it all is. I mean, well, if you put yourself, a robot and the bear in the center of it, and then because it all connects to us somehow.
But I do think if it were, let's just say there were people interested in making this more visual, if somebody actually took the time to make everything we said into a visual thing, people could watch it and go, "Whoa, that's weird."
Luke Chueh misses nobody.
But it would all connect, and there would be a connection. Luke Chueh misses nobody. That's really funny. Everybody, Luke Chueh misses nobody. Yeah. If you disappear and are gone, Luke Chueh won't miss you. Just know.
Just know. You don't need to worry. Luke won't miss you at all.
No. Yeah. You might miss Luke. He won't miss you at all. You might not even been supposed to even been here is kind of what it is, right?
No.
Like you actually, whoever it may be, you are part of the too much population problem that Luke also believes in.
Yes,
and then if you disappeared kaput, you were never supposed to be here.
And Luke would be okay with that.
Ouch. You should become a doctor. The good bedside manner, Luke. You'd be the greatest doctor. You were never supposed to be here. I just walk
into a room. You're going to die. Bye.
And you were never supposed to be here. I won't miss you. What else? You can add all these things. Ouch. Because the person's like, well, and then they'll be like, well, look on the bright side. At least you were here.
Yeah.
I don't know. Absolutely terrible.
At least you forced me to acknowledge your existence.
Oh God. It just gets worse and worse. It's wonderful. Good job, Luke. Wow.
Kidding. I love everyone.
Good job. Everybody in Japan and Thailand and Spain who charted us. We got charted.
Yep.
As a visual arts podcast.
It'll probably.
Well, now you know.
It probably
he doesn't miss you.
It probably won't do that good because we don't have like a powerhouse guest like
Jeff
Soto, but it's okay.
Do you think it's the guest that got us charted on those?
It probably is. Jeff Soto's a big deal.
Yeah, it's true. God, we did get maybe. Huh. I wasn't sure if Luke Chueh just
No, they've gotten used to me. I'm boring.
Well, today's on the YouTube. I think it says special guest Luke Chueh and Eric Nakamura. It's tricking people. Robot and the Bear speaks to Luke Chueh and Eric Nakamura.
Nice.
We're the special guests.
We are special.
It's probably not working, but that was just an idea. I went for it.
Yeah,
anyways,
this podcast has definitely seen especially the weirdest crap or the most asinine crap coming out of my mouth. So
it's okay.
Yeah, and you have a way of triggering it for me. You're just like
yes.
You're just...
So wait, is this next podcast? Are we going to go straight to Twitch? Are we just going to jump right on it? Because we can. I just wasn't sure.
Maybe we should try it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The next one.
Yeah.
Because I mean, there's no loyalty to YouTube. It's not like there's no reason for it.
No. Let's go. Let's do Twitch and let's make it
all of our listeners. Whew, all of you 9.
Yeah, we'll change the we'll update the link on the Instagram page, and what we should be doing is we should also be posting the link on your
eventually. Yeah, there's tons
Discord,
of stuff. There's so much we should be doing.
Yeah.
But we'll skirt by and do the very minimum and make it work, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, we should change the show to Luke and Eric's Raw Dog Sessions.
And there should there should also be, like we know there should be a URL, there should be all this stuff. But okay, we'll get there one day.
By the time we hit 100, we'll take it. We'll take it. We'll take it. We'll start taking.
So we're at number 71. Maybe we'll make it next year. Okay. Anyway.
Yeah. Next year if we do a show a week, we'll make it to. Well, it'll be next year.
Okay. And if we don't, it'll still be next year, I'm sure. Okay.
So with show 100, we'll change. We'll change the name. We will buy a domain. We'll have a crazy like social media thing. I will quit art. You'll quit being a gallery guy.
Wow. What am I gonna do?
You're gonna be podcasting, man.
Oh, just podcasting?
That's podcast.
Wait, is the helicopter gonna drop the bag of money? They're gonna go, you're at 100.
Congratulations.
All that effort you put in for nothing, for no money. I'm sorry, no money. Not 1 cent there's gonna be a helicopter just poof.
Paying it off.
Right?
Yeah, and you're not gonna let me know about that helicopter because
no. I'm sure we're gonna bathe in this. We're gonna bathe in it.
Awesome.
Together.
It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be a Richie Rich kind of situation. We're gonna be like diving into this, the Scrooge McDuck swimming in gold coin. It's gonna be amazing.
Man, I love that. When's that? How's that? How are we gonna do this? Where's these agents? The agents of success at? Where are they? Where's this Ari Emanuel guy? I watched the TV show.
Who's Ari Emanuel?
Where's CAA guy? Where's any? I'm just kidding.
We need to go to we need to pitch our show on the Death Star to the Death Star.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, that's what they call the CAA building, from my understanding.
Did they really? Wow.
Yeah, because it has like some imperial kind of qualities of.
Wow.
So.
I can see that. It's not even far away. Okay, everybody. Alrighty. Thanks for listening again. Thanks for tuning in. Where can people find you, guest?
You can. They can find me at Luke Chueh. That's LUKECHUEH. And yourself?
All right. At Giant Robot.
No underscores?
No. Got
Twitter,
there early enough. On Twitter, there's one. Yeah. Giant_robot. Or Giant Robot Eric is my personal one for Twitter. But I don't use Twitter much.
You don't?
No. I only retweet Asian hate for most of the time.
We need to get him on the podcast.
Who?
The Asian guy.
The Asian guy.
Angry Asian.
Oh, we can try to do that.
Yeah.
We can do that.
Yeah, I would love to talk to him. He's pretty funny. He did a podcast where he did like a podcast with every Asian cast member of all of the Star Trek.
Oh wow.
Of all of the Star Trek.
Wow. All at once?
I think individual
Oh, okay. That's
I don't
cool.
know. I don't. What aside from Sulu,
there was all the smaller shows that had a guy, Garrett Wang, Tamlin Tomito was one. Oh. There's a handful, maybe 5, maybe 6, 7. Sure. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, let's get him. Let's work on getting him. He'd be an interesting person to talk to. Yeah.
Okay.
There's so much Asian hate.
Down.
So much Asian hate. Alrighty, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in. Sorry if we bored the shit out of you. I thought it was interesting. And have a good night.
Sayonara.